The IRC provides prescriptive methods for conventional wood deck construction that reflects widely accepted construction techniques in use over many decades. The provisions do not intend to limit design flexibility, and other approved methods may be used. Deck support provisions describe maximum joist and beam spans, appropriate joist spacing for the type of decking material, minimum post sizes, connections between beams and posts, and minimum bearing lengths. Details also are provided for attachment of the deck to the structure. Deck posts must be supported on footings and restrained at the bottom to prevent lateral movement. For decades, the residential codes have specified an occupant deck live load of 40 pounds per square foot, which is about one average sized person occupying a space 2 feet by 2 feet or 4 square feet. For example, the code design load would anticipate a deck that is 14 feet by 28 feet could be safely occupied by 98 people. Looking at this photograph, what do you think? The code prescribes the minimum size and depth of concrete deck footings based on the tributary area, snow or deck live load, and soil-bearing pressure. The IRC tables provide prescriptive values for either square or round footings. The building code lists several requirements for footings based on the use of the deck and soil conditions. At a minimum, footings shall be at least down to the frost depth of your location. Check with the building department in your area for specific depth requirements. Additionally, the deck posts must be attached to the footing according to the code to prevent lateral movement and uplift. Deck posts must also be either a natural decay resistant or preservative treated wood and supported by a metal pedestal projecting 1 inch above the concrete and 6 inches above the exposed earth to prevent moisture rot. Deck footings are critical in the inspection process and can sometimes be done as a separate inspection depending on the jurisdiction's policies and procedures. Correctly attaching the deck to an existing home is critical to preventing collapse. A common issue that can cause deck failure and loss of life are decks that are pulled away from the homes because of missing or inadequate house attachments. The prescriptive methods for deck attachment apply to a minimum 2x8 deck ledger connected to a 2-inch nominal solid sawn lumber band joist, or a minimum 1 inch by 9.5-inch Douglas fir LVL rim board. Attachment to other structural composite lumber band joists requires a design in accordance with accepted engineering practices. Fasteners must be minimum 1/2-inch diameter hot dipped galvanized or stainless steel lag screws or bolts installed with washers of the same material. The maximum spacing is based upon the deck joist span. The code requires a staggered fastener pattern with the bolts or lag screws located not less than 2 inches from the top edge and not less than 3/4 inches from the bottom edge of the deck ledger and from 2 to 5 inches from the end of the ledger. Other methods may still be used, and often are, to provide equivalent connection capacities, as long as the method is approved by the building official. For example, proprietary fasteners are commonly installed following the manufacturer's instructions and based upon equivalent capacities. The critical components of the deck are many, including stairs, handrails, guards, guardrails, balusters, attachment thereof to the ledger. We encourage you also to go to the American Wood Council's website and obtain a copy of their deck guide. They're offered free of charge and are very informative. They include foundation details, they provide construction and connection details, and the details they provide meet or exceed the IRC. The methods used in these systems, as described by the American Wood Council, should be acceptable to most building officials and the authority having jurisdiction, although ultimately it's their final decision. Okay, you've made it this far. Thank you for your attention. I ask please that you buy me a cup of coffee. Like and subscribe on YouTube so that we can continue these videos for other folks. And if you'd like a copy of the residential inspection checklist or maybe a little quiz that we have written up based on the residential code, you can get that by sending me an email to the email address you see here, which is dolesmichael@gmail.com. So please like, subscribe, support this work, If you would like to have Doles Enterprises come out and do a presentation in person to your group, we can certainly discuss that. Just depends on logistics and a few other things, but we'll do whatever we can. So visit our other videos, and we appreciate everything that you're doing, and we appreciate your attention. Mike Doles again. Just wanted to let you know that we're concluding this session and ask you to please go to the next session and take your time. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. This is how we're able to offer this free. And also anything you can do to buy me a cup of coffee or any other way you can do to help support this, we certainly do appreciate it.